Hi guys, this is Jigar here, and today we're gonna talk about the eligibility criteria for the Canadian PR. As you know, that Canadian PR is very popular now. Like everybody wants to move Canada because of the good policies by the government, and some people doesn't know whether they qualify for the Canadian PR or not, and they just check the CRS scores and they think that, oh, I got 350 or 360 on CRS score, so I'm eligible. However, before you check your CRS scores, you need to make sure you count the 67 points out of 100. That's the first step. You need to be doing it in order to make sure like whether you are qualified or not. So we're gonna talk, say, why these 67 points and how this is important. So the government has set the criteria that in order to qualify for the Canadian PR through the federal skilled worker programs, you need the 67 points, and they put your age, your educations, your experience, your adaptabilities, your employment of job offer from Canada, and that makes altogether 100 points. And out of that 100 points, you need to get 67 points. So let's go one by one. The first criteria is language. So language is very much important. First into the 67 point criteria, and another at the second stage, which is CRS, where like your English level or the French level understanding of those one will give you more points. Say now in the 67 point criteria, we are just focusing on here now. In this 67 point criteria, your language will give you maximum of 28 points, right? So these 28 points, out of that you have the first language and the second language. People think that, oh, first language is English and second language is their native language. No, in for Canada, first language is either English or French, and the second language is also English or French. If English is your first language, then the French will be the second language. If French is your first language, English will be the second language. So you have to claim the points for anyone. Like you can claim points for both, but most of the people doesn't know French, but you can claim the points for the English. So you will get the maximum of 24 points. So if you have the CLB 9, you will get 6 on each criteria, that's 24 points. But you need to have CLB 7, that's IELTS 6 each, in order to just to qualify. I'm not talking about getting the points at CRS here. I'm just talking about the qualifications, your eligibility is to apply. Now in this CLB 7, that's 6 each. If you go CLB 7 or CLB 8 on CLB 9, so you'll get some points. So we're gonna talk about those, like the classifications on the different videos, but I'm just gonna make basic understanding of eligibility criteria here. Then comes the education points. So educations, you will get the maximum of 25 points. If you studied in Canada, you don't need ECA, but if you have studied in outside Canada, that is in India or somewhere, anywhere, you need ECA. I made the specific video for the ECA, like what are the agencies which covers these points, like where you need to apply, what you need to be doing. Just small videos on that one. I have already made it. You can always check on my YouTube channel. But you need to have the ECA to claim that points. You will get the maximum of 25 points depending on your educations. The third one comes your work experience, which very essentials when it comes to the your eligibility criteria and your CRS points. In the work experience, you can claim the maximum 6 years or more. You'll get the max out with the 15 points. When you compare it with the CRS criteria, the comprehensive ranking system, uh, if you have the more than 3 years experience, you will get the max points. So if you have the 4 years or the 5 years experience, it won't work in the CRS. But in this one, if you are not able to eligible with the 2 years experience, you might need a 4 years experience or the 6 years experience. So whatever the experience you are showing in eligibility criteria, you need to show into the CRS criteria too. So just keep that in mind. Then comes the age. Age is very important. You need to be under, if you are under 18, you cannot apply. You need to have above 18 to apply. But first thing which I forgot to mention about the work experience is, like, you need to have the continuous 1 year full-time experience in your primary NOC, which you got primary NOC, which which is your baseline for your experience. You need to have 1 year experience in order to get eligible. If you have like 6 months experience, you are not eligible. Just keep that in mind too. Then when it comes up with age, between 18 to 35, you will get the maximum of 12 points. If you are 36 or 37, you'll get the least point. But here, when you are 36 or 37, you will always have the more than 6 years of experience. Hopefully you will have the good educations of masters or the good English levels, which will make you eligible on other way. Here your wife also can all add another 5 points through the her English or the French. So that's we're gonna talk now. Then comes the arranged employment. You will get the 10 points. Then comes the adaptability points. So they are the maximum of 5 points. Arranged employment of in Canada is like 10 points, but now we are talking about the adaptability points, which are 5 points. If your spouse has a educations in Canada, you can claim that points. If she or he gives the IELTS or the French exams, then they can also claim the 5 points. If they have studied in Canada, they can give. If they have worked in Canada, then they can also claim the points. If they have arranged employment in Canada, they can claim the points. If you or your spouse has a uncle, auntie, nephew, niece, you can get the 5 points. Brother, sister, they will give you 5 points, right? However, when we come to the CRAs, your brother and the sister are the only one who gonna give you 15 points, right? So just keep that in mind. Like there are some people who thinks that if they're getting the 5 points from the uncle, they're gonna get another 15 points from them in the CRS profile, see the CRS criteria. No, that's wrong. You are not getting any points from your uncle or auntie. You are just getting points from your brother and sisters in the CRS criteria. So this is the very basic knowledge which I give it to you, which very basic informations, which is also available on the Canadian government websites. You can always check that out. Uh, you need to make sure you go through these eligibility criteria before going further. There are many consultants in the abroad, we call them a ghost consult, who tell about, oh, you're eligible for federal skilled worker programs, but they don't check these eligibility criteria. So make sure you know what you're doing and check this eligibility criteria first before going further to the any consultant. That's right. So if you have questions or concerns, or if you want some further informations for any other topics, you can always write down to the comments. My videos, I'm trying to make videos from between the 5 to 10 minutes, so you will get the information. So you will have the lots of videos to go through, but you will get the each and every answers covered into their particular videos. So please like, share and subscribe to my channels and comment, so I can give you more informations which you requires, and will try to help you out. So good luck guys, good luck for your journey to the Canadas, and I wish you all the best, and welcome to Canada.